Thank you so much for clicking my video. My name is Enrique Pitaluga, and I'm a full-stack developer out of the DC area. And I am so excited to show you my project management app. This application is a project management tool that allows users to plan and manage their projects collaboratively, including a visual timeline, cost and time budgeting, and performance indicators. It simplifies how complex projects can be. Some of the top features of this application include key user level and project level metrics for up to the second supervision of project execution, JSON Web Tokens to allow authentication and safe and secure sign-in, Rechart, which is a JavaScript library allowing data to be interpreted visually and graphically, protected routes implemented as a higher order component, keeping sensitive project details safe, and a custom graphical UI known as the project board, which provides users with a simple and intuitive interface. The tech stack includes React.js for a reactive UI and front end, React Router to provide routing through the front end, Redux and Redux Dunk for state management and those asynchronous calls, custom CSS throughout the application, Ruby on Rails for the backend framework, and PostgreSQL for the database language. And here is the app. The root route takes you to a login or register form where you simply input your username and password in order to log in. Now, while it's logging in, there's a little loading screen which takes you immediately to the project's dashboard. The project's dashboard shows you not only a brief overview and little widgets of all the projects you're managing, but also the specific projects, whether they be completed or not completed, in an easy-to-navigate UI. Upon loading a project, you're immediately greeted with the project's timeline and widgets specific to the project. You can check your budget, check the completion, check the task statuses, check how much budget is left, see what costs have been incurred, check the total days, and how many collaborators you have. You can also add blocks to a project. Creating a block is easy. All you have to do is input the block's name and give a brief text-based description of what the block is about. This view also allows you to see all of the blocks made for this specific project. By clicking into the block, you can go to the block detail view. Not only do you see the status of the block, its name and its description, but you can also add tasks to the block. A task is the most specific member of the project block task hierarchy. A task is easy to create. Simply put in a name, add in a description for the task, then assign an estimated start date and an estimated end date. Click the Add button, and you have your first task. Naturally, as users add more and more tasks, the block will grow to accommodate them, from the beginning of the earliest task to the end of the last task. You can also edit this task. By getting into this view, you can see the task name, the description, and the status, but you can also see that now you can change the status by starting. You can add costs, and you can budget funds for the task. The calendar view allows you to see not only when the project started, but the current day and when the project ends. Notice how the task statuses have updated now that we've added a new task in quantity and in types. By going back to the project's dashboard, we can either navigate to another project or elsewhere in the application. The performance window gives a user a centralized place to engage with all of the performance indicators of each of the projects that a user has access to. Once again, highlighting the importance placed on designing a great UX. The performance window also gives you a shortcut to each of these projects. By clicking on the link, we can see how the Buy a Car project is going. We can quickly see all of the tasks or just check a budget and see how our budget is holding up in this table view. We can also check our teammates, see if we have contributors or not. We can also go back to the performance panel and choose another project, for example, brainstorm ideas, and check our teammates there, in which we find that we have 3 teammates. Because projects are so collaborative, providing these team members access to the project was a key requirement for building this application. Lastly, we can log out. Thank you so much for checking out my app. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to get in touch with me or leave me any feedback, please feel free to use my LinkedIn or my GitHub to contact me. Thanks.